Hey guys, it's Whoopjaggle, and today I'm going to show you how to solo or team chests and oracles in the Whisper Heroic mission. Also, important note will be reflected in title. This is the second step for your sleeper catalyst as well. Okay, so it's not only the Whisper catalyst, but the sleeper catalyst. Two of the best DPS weapons in the game are dependent on you being able to do this. And I'm going to show you how to do it solo, but also I have a tip for a team too. So to break down, I mean, I know I'm a little late with to the party with this video, but I had a couple of friends recently that I realized did not have their catalyst yet. I'm like, oh my god, I was really surprised by that. Because I'm the guy that was running everybody through. Me and a couple of my buddies were just like, we had a line out the door, you know, the first couple of weekends. So we missed them, but they were a little confused by the percentages and stuff, how to do it, and it was just kind of they just didn't get back in. But what they didn't realize was that the catalyst takes the Whisper of the Worm from the best sustained DPS weapon hands down in the game to an absolute monster with a 62% damage buff. I believe I'm correct on that number, for simply waiting for a couple of seconds and proccing Whispered Breathing. I mean, that is huge. If you're hitting 100,000, you wait for a second, proc Whispered Breathing, you're hitting 162,000. That's like almost double damage. It's nuts, So it's very worth it, as is the Sleeper Cat, because that increases your DPS too with decreasing the charge time. So to demystify this, you go through, you get your Whisper of the Worm. We all know how to do that. You got to wait for the Taken Blight event, take the yellow bar down, go through the portal, beat the deal. You get the Whisper. Yay, I have my Whisper. Then you have to use the waypoint that's now on IO to go back into the Heroic mission. You go back through, beat that. You get 24% on your Catalyst. Or excuse me, no, you get the Catalyst. Okay? You got your Whisper, then you got to go through and get the Catalyst, and then the third step, you got to go back through and get your 24% on your Catalyst from beating that, which you will get ongoing for the next few weeks that you go in, okay? So that you'll only need to do this 3 different weeks if you do it correctly. There's another step, though. You have to go back into that mission and then go get the chests and oracles, and there are 5 chests throughout the Whisper jumping puzzle. And then there's a 6th chest that spawns when you activate and complete the oracles. Okay, and that will give you another 2%. So for a total of 36% per week. And the 2% per chest is important as well, because if you are in a team, somebody's struggling with jumping, and green room with the grassy ledges and stuff, I'm looking at you. That's the one that always cucks people and messes them up. You can actually send somebody that's struggling, just send them through the shortcut and have them wait for you on the circle pathway, okay, if they don't know where they're going. I will show you as we get in there, okay? This is important because they'll still, even though they missed that chest, they need to get the other 4, but even though they missed that chest, they're still going to have 34%, which will allow them mathematically to complete it in 3 weeks still. That's 102%, so we filled our catalyst. So they're still good. They can miss 1 chest. I think Bungie was nice when they allowed for that. They obviously allowed for that, probably with that room in mind, to be honest. So that's a tip for you teams. You can send your strongest jumper to grab that top chest or whatever, where they've got to jump that whole room. So that kind of explains, and then, once you do your chests and oracles for the first time, you get the ship schematic, then you have to complete the Heroic Whisper mission on all 3 burn weeks, which if you do it 3 weeks in a row, this whole thing was geared to do it 3 weeks in a row, then you'll get that completed as well, and you'll get the ship that you can see in front of you. So that's kind of everything I know about to sort of demystify the percentages and everything and how it works. You must, if you're soloing it, you must hit all 5 chests in order to activate the oracles. They'll kind of ping and do some weird shit, but they will not activate unless all 5 chests have been grabbed on each run, okay? The other thing I'm going to do is talk a little bit about the Titan jumping techniques I'm going to be using here. I have Lion Rampant on. I also have Catapult Lift on. Okay, in case you missed my video, and I got a couple of questions on that video too that I thought, I need to explain this a little better. I'm going to be bursting and hopping along my trajectory line. Trajectory line being a straight line from what you're jumping off of to what you're jumping to. Shortest distance is a straight line, but we're going to be hopping along that line. So Catapult will take you up at a 45-degree angle. So we take a leap, we activate the secondary jump. It takes us up for a little bit, and then we cut the jump off by pressing the jump button again. It will continue to lob you up and forward a little bit until you fall back down your trajectory line, and that buys you some time. The reason that's important with Titan is Titan's jump will actually refresh in the air if you can buy yourself enough time, unlike the other two classes, Warlock and Hunter. So with that lobbing technique, you've got all that time that you're sort of being thrown forward after you've cut your jump off, and it's refreshing your jump while that's happening. So because in that big first cavern room, we're going down at like a 20-degree angle because that landing is so much farther below us, we're able to fall farther between each burst. And I've had to like use almost my whole burst down there, and I'm convinced that I have my whole jump by the bottom of it, which is crazy, right? So with that being said, I'm convinced that if it was 5 times longer, you could do that too. I think you could do this infinitely at this angle. I think this is the max angle. You could do it infinitely. You know, any shallower, and I think that you wouldn't make it. But let's get right in there. I want to do it, you know, take another run at explaining that. Maybe that'll help kind of clear some stuff up. So there's your waypoint. And we're going to start the mission, get in there. As far as setups, I always run a lightweight weapon when I can. It's as fast as Mida and Mini Toolon. I tested it when I was going for solo Spire entrance. I had a buddy follow in my footsteps. We ran all the way around the cauldron and back to the spawn points like 100 yards. Kept right up with me. We tried it with different gun setups, and it really does make you run a little faster. I think I was like 10 feet ahead of him or something by the end. Maybe 15 or 20 or something. So it is a little faster. And then I've got a kinetic sniper on because it one-shots the oracles. And the reason I've got Maninin on as well. Anyway, I'm getting myself in position to get up on this rock, and then we're just going to jump up here. The reason I've got Maninin on as well is it's very good at popping out the oracles with the explosive rounds. Explosive rounds are really good at oracles and projections in the Leviathan raid, etc. Sorry if I'm sounding really rushed. I have taken multiple runs at doing this video, and it always ends up too long. So I'm trying to cram a lot of information and cover everything I can think of into, you know, as quick a vid for you guys as possible. As you see a 25-minute vid, and it's not gonna probably do much for folks just on that alone. So in my Titan vid, I took off from here and showed you that you can just go straight down underneath that thing. I've probably seen guys doing it. There's where the path would continue, but in order to get our first chest, you want to get yourself out as far as possible to decrease this angle to attack and get into that room, okay? So we're gonna, as a Titan, I'm just gonna kind of do that. But Warlock and Hunter, you want to kind of try to line up, you know what I mean, get as straight a run as you can. Then you guys would continue on normally. The next chest is not until the portal room or the room with all the holes in it. So you guys are going to continue normally along the jumping puzzle. I'm taking off from here because we can, because Titan. So I'm bursting, cutting my jump off, bursting, pressing jump button again, cutting my jump off, bursting, cutting my jump off, bursting, cutting my jump off, bursting, cutting my jump off, taking single jump, and then jumping again right away so that I go up. So to explain that part, this is a really good time skip. You got to take a hop off of that, but you're going to get cucked if you do your double jump. You can take a single jump and you won't bump your head. You double jump under there, you'll bump your head and you'll go straight down like a basketball. So you need to single jump and go out far enough where you clear that ledge and then hit your double jump and it'll take you up, okay? Hopefully we get lucky on the elevator here because I just babbled. We did not. We did not get lucky at all. Boom. So we're just doing the puzzle normally, however you do it. I'm going to go ahead and take a minute for good nutrition. Remember, pulse mellows for all your nutrition needs. And then when we get into this room, just run. Just keep running on the ground. You can turn up. See how I can turn up on this stuff? You can turn up the hill or whatever. So I just showed you how you do it on a different class. I just shoulder charge through that stuff. We're going to take off from here. We're going to take a high line because you can be booped on the other side of the thing we're passing right now by that booper. Not a big deal, though. Ooh, that's why you want to shoulder charge through there. In case the once in a million lines you up. Again, I'm skipping that deal right there. I'm hopping. I will not solid secondary burst anywhere through this puzzle. Now we're in the portal room. You can take the time to take this dude out. I'm going to be explaining some stuff, but he's not going to have a shot on me. So you can either not do that or, you know, but he puts it on you trying to get in that portal. So if you struggle at all, I'm not going to do it for the purposes of this video, though. So no, you guys would jump over to this ledge normally, and then you'll see the ledge below us? See the ledge down there that runs? I'll show you from the other angle here. You'll see that there is a pathway all the way over here. So you would run, instead of jumping into that portal, you would run over to the edge and then jump down to this. Okay? And then get lost right here because this weird little crook is weird. And then there is the second chest. You can also jump through this portal just like you drop down the other portal. I'm going to show you one other thing. I'm going to run up this path on purpose instead of flying. We're going to get about right here. There it is. Did you see that bump? It bumped me out. There's like an invisible bump Bungie puts there because they're a bunch of trolls. And it will knock you off when you're running full speed. It will straight up knock you off. So there's another ledge like right here that you can jump to. But I can make it up all the way from right here. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to make it up right here. And then we're going to move because that dude's going to start shooting us. There he is. All right. Now here is where I'll show you the third chest. Okay, we'll go in and get that real quick, and then I'll explain what you'll have your buddy do. Okay, explain what you'll have your buddy do. Moon physics in this game are so weird that I can run over a crack like that and not fall. So now that you guys have all gotten the chest, here's where you're going to split up. Your strongest jumper is going to go that way and jump this room. He's got to jump all the way around, and then he's got to land on a ledge in that crack or whatever. Is it that crack? Yeah, it is that crack. But your struggling jumper is going to skip that 2% and just go through the shortcut, and then he's going to wait for you on the circle pathway. As soon as you get on the circle pathway, you just wait if you don't know where you're going. If you know where you're going, you can make the jump across and start going on to like go grab the fifth chest. So we're going to go grab this upper chest now that we grabbed the lower one. Boop. So rusty, I have not even worked on this today at all. This is like the first run through, but I've done it so many times that it's got to be good enough, right? I'm doing a bunch of goofy Titan stuff and just follow my movement here. Hunters, Warlocks maybe, often go up there. My hunter buddies like to go use that higher ledge there. I do this lower ledge. And then I'm going to show off the power of the catapult thing right here. I'm just like skipping everything, right? Like, what the hell? Fucking Titans, you know? I feel you. Good point. Okay, so this part, I have another tip for you. This video's going pretty well. I think I'm just going to go with it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with it. I've tried and tried, guys. I just don't want another cringe moment, you know? Like I had in my Titan video. I missed that first jump. It just drives me nuts, haunts my dreams. All right, so people go over there, but the problem with that is you've got a slanted wall, right? It slants from the top and goes down. So that ledge, because your head's going to hit, or your shoulders or whatever up above, and it's going to go straight down, you actually only, that ledge is a foot wide, but you really only have like 9 inches by the time you get down to your feet. It's a lot lower than you think, and when you try to jump like this, you kind of have to jump out and come to it. And it's a little difficult with like Warlock and whatever. So anyway, this is a much more straight attack angle. So I'm just going to like burst and go from here, dude. Like, what the hell? Because you can attack it straight on. Okay, same thing with Hunter. Same thing with Warlock. I just burst. A big tip for Warlock is burst. Just like we do, cut your jump off. And after you fall a couple feet, you will level float. So you get away from that stupid downward float. Use that. Practice that. and it will help you a lot if you struggle on Warlock jumping. You just kind of burst, float yourself up. Uh-oh. That got a little goofy. Made me a little nervous. All right, and then there is the 4th chest. So now we're going to go join our friend who's waiting for us out on the circle path if he doesn't know where to go. So he will be waiting right there, all right? Just tell him to enter that circle path and boom. Now for Warlock and Hunter, you got a little spot right there that's got a takeoff point. We're going to continue on. But you see that rock to the right? I feel like a freaking captain of an airline pilot or something like that. Notice to the right, the fantastic rock right next to all the other fantastic rocks. That was weird. Oh, what just happened there? Like my jump shorted out. And then everybody's going to come up here, take off of this, and end up at the portal place. But you know, it's not going yet. And the reason is that we need to, you see that rock right there? Boom. There's another little spot over here that I'll show you in a second. Every class, though, can make this jump. You see where this ledge is? It's like right here, you know? So, but if somebody's struggling, they can go over to that deal and then come over here and then make the easier jump. Warlock, I would run Icarus Dash all day long. I believe it's top tree. Yeah, top tree Dawnblade. And probably for me, I would run Wings of Sacred Dawn because my buddy Vosik taught me that you can flinch your ADS, hold it, flinch, and then Icarus Dash to move yourself forward. If you get in trouble, like if you're not going to make a jump or something like that, you can move yourself around like that. But anyway, every class can make it over here directly, and every class can make it back. Hunter might end up like landing on those rocks, but you're totally fine. Then you can just jump up. So yeah, don't be afraid of that. Okay, so here's where we're at Oracles. Now, they're going to ping through. We've now activated them, so we grabbed all 5 chests. They're going to ping through and show you the spots, a lot like VOG. And then they're going to count off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the left in different positions. We're going to do 3 phases of codes where we have to shoot the correct ones. The first code is 1. 3, 5. Horrible shots. I knew it. I didn't warm up. But, you know, you've got enough time. Again, we've got 1 shot capability in this sniper and the sleeper. So the next code is 46731. So we're going to take down 4, 6, 7, 3, 1. Right? I kept shooting there, but I'm pretty sure it only takes like 3 shots from the Mannanin. Just make sure to reload in between, and it gets a little more each time. Next one is 7316425. Make sure to write these down if you don't know them, but the codes are kind of everywhere, you know. 7316425. 7, 3, 1, 6, 4, 2, 5. And a quick break for a snack. That's Thermo Mellows again. Yep, and then there's your chest. So now we've got our 12th percentage, right? We got our 6th 2% out of the chest. We've now got our ship schematic, which will then show you the boxes that you have to check for arc, solar, and void burn. And that'll be the ship that I showed you in the beginning. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's where you would get your data as well if you're doing the sleeper mission. But it's pretty easy as long as you kind of practice those jumps. We've still got 8 minutes or whatever, you know. I'll do it in 8 minutes by myself without doing any explanations and stuff. So once you practice it, you can get pretty quick where you can just get her done on the weeks, even if you have to solo this part. Now, I have a video on how to solo the Whisper mission. It's a little obsolete in that it's the old meta of Heavy. So where it dropped out of every yellow bar, but it still shows you how to attack the room. And I think I did a pretty good job on that voiceover. But yeah, guys, let me know as usual any questions in the comments. Any questions at all, I will answer for sure. As long as they are positive and not some trolly thing, I'm all about helping people. Always have been. So yeah, just make sure to leave a like if you found it helpful, guys. It really helps the channels. Comments do too. Yeah, and feel free to sub, because I'm going to get right to the point. I'm going to answer your questions. It's going to be very complete. I'm going to try to answer every question I can possibly think of very quickly. And thanks for checking it out, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.